The Alba Party leader launched his general election manifesto in Dundee on Thursday but hit out at his successor for failing to advance the independence movement after she replaced him. Alex Salmond has now admitted that he regrets quitting as First Minister the day after the SNP and the Yes campaign were trounced in the 2014 independence referendum. He insisted that this was because of the failure of his replacement Nicola Sturgeon to make any progress with breaking up the UK. Now leader of the pro-Skexit Alba Party, Mr Salmond has been hoping to make a political return for the last 4 years, but failed to return himself or any MSPs at the 2021 Holyrood election. The 2022 council elections were another failed venture, and the party is not expected to win any seats on July 4. He launched his party's general election manifesto in Dundee on Wednesday as he vowed to make the 2026 Scottish Parliament election a de facto referendum, where the majority of votes for an independence party would lead to negotiations to break up the UK. He expects to return at least double figures of MSPs on the list. But in an interview with the Eye, he blasted his successor Ms Sturgeon and indicated that he would have stayed on as First Minister if he had realised she would take the Skexit cause substantially backwards. He quit the day after Scots voted overwhelmingly to stay in the Union, with the result 55 to 45 in favour of the UK. Mr Salmond insisted he was cataclysmically disappointed in his former party for wasting heaven-sent opportunities in the decades since the referendum. He cited Brexit and Boris Johnson and Liz Truss's terms as Prime Minister as chances which the SNP did not take advantage of. He said, "I think it's probably the great regret in my life, resigning office. I resigned office in 2014, because yes, we'd lost the referendum. But I also thought things were on an inevitable course to independence. If I'd been told, look, just hang on a year or two and you'll get Brexit and Boris Johnson, I would have said, I think it'll be a good idea just to hang on for a year or two. These are heaven-sent chances, and why they weren't pursued, I find it difficult to fathom." The former First Minister blasted Ms Sturgeon for not forcing a Tory Prime Minister to give her a referendum, and hit out at her ridiculous decision to go the Supreme Court to get the power to do so. Judges ruled unanimously that Westminster needed to give permission for one in 2022. He added, "I don't know what happened to Nicola Sturgeon. Maybe she changed, or maybe I was just capable of a total misjudgment in her. I'm just vaguely pointing out that for all her talents of explanation and the rest of it, that she didn't take the cause of independence forwards. She took it substantially backwards." Mr Salmond is currently suing the Scottish Government for malfeasance over its handling of sexual harassment complaints against him. He faced court for a number of sexual misconduct complaints but was found not guilty and not proven.